Hey guys, today we're checking out different home security cameras that you can buy on the market. We've partnered up with a company called Dasher who supplies a lot of these cameras and other home devices. So if you want to check them out, we'll leave a link down below. Let's get into unboxing and going through all kinds of features. We'll go with the cheapest camera first and put these to the side, and then we'll work our way up. So this first camera here is from a company called Tapo. Well, actually, the brand is Tapo. The company itself is TP-Link, and they've been killing it out there in the market. So this camera here is just short of 30 Singapore dollars. It's very cheap, and the box is pretty light. In the box, we have the camera, the plug, and some mounting accessories. Simple, effective. The next one up is slightly different. This is actually from Xiaomi. This is featuring a dual camera setup, which is pretty funky. It's a little bit different because the top part moves, the bottom part stays still. So you can see two things at the same time. It feels a lot more sturdy. So here we have accessories, again, some manuals, a separate cable. This is going to be a Type C cable and a plug, as well as an accessory. So this is a mount that I believe that you can use on the base, just set it up and install in our places. So we'll go through how to set them up and how to use them a bit later on. Next one up is a camera from Aqara. And this brand is well known in the home automation scene. We personally use Home Assistant, and this directly integrates with that with no problems. So that's actually a really cool feature, and it has additional features inside. You again have the manual, plug and a cable, and we have a cute little camera. Look at this adorable little camera. Does not come with any mounting accessories, which is a little surprising. This camera is clearly designed more to be placed in like a children's room or something else as a baby monitor. And that's why it comes with little ears. It's a bit more adorable, and this is removable. If you really don't like it, you can actually remove this little top pouch. But I think it's actually super adorable. And lastly, we have another camera from Tapo. And what's different about this, in terms of the price, it sits somewhere between these two cameras. So it's around 110, 115 Singapore dollars. But what's different here is these cameras are all wired. This camera operates on batteries. So in some locations, you might be able to install a camera where you don't have power, or you want a camera where you can't have power. So you would go with something like this. There's also an upgrade for this camera where you can install a solar panel, so you could install it outside. And it should trickle charge enough to maintain this camera for way longer, or in some cases, depending on your sunlight, maybe indefinitely. So let's open this up and see what we've got inside. Again, you have some manuals, you've got the camera itself. Since this is battery powered, as you can see, it's actually bigger than the biggest one here. It's about the same size as these, but it's way heavier because it's got a built-in battery, and it has a few extra accessories. So you have a little mount. So this is actually magnetic. So you install this on the wall or whatever surface you want it to be on, and you can point the camera. And what's nice about that is you can mount it up and then twist the camera in such a way that it points wherever you want it to go, which is actually pretty cool. Have on the wall as well, same thing. Again, you need to be mindful, gravity is a thing, but these are the features. It comes with a small charging cable and a plug, which is still a nice addition. You can still install a micro SD card, and in all of these cameras you can install micro SD card, and we'll do that as part of the testing. All of these cameras have something unique about them, whether it's price, an additional lens, some additional functionality such as AI or integrations, or like this one here is battery operated. So what we'll do is we'll set them all up, and we'll come back to you and explain what features you get, which features might actually be useful, and what things to watch out for. Because at the end of the day, having some of these cameras in your home might improve your security, but if you're not careful, you might actually make things worse. Because ultimately, there's going to be a camera looking at your personal belongings, your personal space. So you need to be mindful of that. Let's set them up and see how they do. Now that I've spent some time setting them up, I've discovered a few surprises. Some good and some not so much. Let's start with the most affordable one. The TP-Link Tapo C200C. Setup was straightforward. Download the app, create the account, plug in the camera, and follow the on-screen instructions. There's even a 30-day cloud storage trial thrown in if you want to check it out.
When I inserted the SD card, the app prompted me to initialize it and suggested firmware updates soon after. The privacy and auto update options are enabled by default, but it's easily configurable as well. Overall, it's a basic camera that sets up quickly and functions as expected. Next up is the Xiaomi C500 Dual. This one feels a bit more ambitious, featuring two separate cameras in a single unit. One can pan and tilt, while the other one remains fixed. It sounds good on paper and the build quality is solid. However, the setup process was a bit frustrating, at least in my example. The app kept repeating "waiting for connection" message, seemingly stuck without progress. Eventually, I figured out the problem. It only works when your Xiaomi account is set to Singapore region, which I suspect most people will do by default. If you're like me and own a few other Xiaomi devices that are tied to the China region, they will not work together. This kind of limitation honestly is a bit disappointing. After switching the region back to Singapore, everything worked as expected. Feature-wise, the Xiaomi C500 Dual includes two 4-megapixel sensors, enabling both wide-angle and telephoto coverage at the same time. This makes it suitable for capturing the general layout of the room as well as a more detailed views. The top camera rotates and has 58-degree field of view, while the fixed lower lens covers a wider 110 degrees. Both lenses support WDR, helping maintain balanced exposure in scenes with high contrast. The camera offers AI features such as human tracking, motion detection, baby cry detection, and pet detection. Audio is managed through its two-way intercom system as well. For the storage, it supports microSD cards with storage up to 256GB and also offers encrypted cloud storage. Connectivity includes both 2.4 and 5 GHz Wi-Fi, and the camera can be integrated with the Mi Home ecosystem for use with automation setups. Then we have the Aqara G3 Camera Hub. It functions as more than just a camera. It also acts as a smart home hub for other Aqara devices, includes an infrared blaster, and integrates well with the Home Assistant. Setup involves scanning the QR code via the camera front to connect to the Wi-Fi. And once connected, a wide range of features becomes available. There is a trial for the Home Guardian cloud service included, although the long-term value of this subscription is debatable. In terms of functionality, the camera offers both flexible notification settings for recognizing faces, pets, and general motion. You can also customize how often recordings are triggered. It supports automation too, allowing you to control other smart devices. For example, you can turn on the light when the motion is detected at night. The infrared blaster adds another layer of control, letting you operate devices like air conditioners or fans, depending on your setup of course. One standout feature is the inclusion of a Type-C port with the video output. The Camera Hub G3 uses the modern, widely supported connector that enables low latency and high-definition video output through the UVC protocol. This adds flexibility, allowing the device to be used for live video viewing on the large screen or even as a webcam in specific setups. Lastly, we have the Tapo TC85, which is the only battery-powered model here. Right away, the setup felt closer to what you'd expect from a semi-professional outdoor system. Before the installation, the camera checks the Wi-Fi signal strength at the intended mounting spot, which is a simple but very useful step. There's also an option to use the magnetic mount. The unit feels sturdy and well built, though it still relies on a micro-B charging cable instead of USB Type-C, which feels very dated. During the setup, the app kept prompting me to format the SD card, which became repetitive and frustrating. On a plus side, the home and away modes available in the Tapo app are very well implemented. You can choose which cameras stay active, which remain silent, and which should trigger an alarm. Nice touch for privacy and flexibility. Across all four cameras, there is a wide range of settings and features. It has been an interesting mix, some are easy to use and others a bit more temperamental. While they all claim to offer similar core functions, the way they implement those features can be very different. One thing that really stood out to me, and it's not in a really good way, is a strong push towards subscriptions. It is especially noticeable with Tapo devices, however Aqara takes it even further. The moment you log in, the trial for the cloud service starts automatically, which feels like pressure to subscribe before you even get settled in with your device. There is a lot to unpack, so we decided to split this video into multiple parts. In part 2, we will look at what is it like to actually live with these cameras. Are notifications timely? Do false alarms become a problem? And how does the footage compare between day and night? And most importantly, can any of them actually be trusted in your home security? Stick around, this is the part you will definitely want to know before picking any one of them for your home. Thanks for watching. If you think that any of these cameras might be what you need, Check out the links below for more details. As always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more. We'll see you in the next one.